Hey everybody, today we're going to show you how to complete the Slicer quest here in Star Wars Outlaws, so let's jump into it. So to start this quest, we're going to make our way over to the northeastern side of the planet Toshara, over here in Miragana City. And if we open up this city map, you guys are going to see we're going to be on the western side over here in McCall's Gambling Parlor. Now there is a fast travel over here, you can see that right here on your screen, so you can go ahead and take that fast travel to make it here. Once you get here, all we're going to do is make our way inside of the parlor through this double door on the left. And once we make our way in, we're going to go to the left side of the bar. And there's going to be a place where we get the option to listen. So you see, if we come right over here to one of these bar stools, it will say listen. We can go ahead and select that. We're going to sit down and eavesdrop on the two characters that are behind us. Now, all you need to do is listen to the conversation between these two characters. And once they are finished, you will see Aila's contact new intel will pop up on your screen and you'll be able to move on to the next step. Now, the next thing we're going to do is open up our city map here of Miragana. And this time we're going to make our way to the northern side where you can see Aila's contact intel. It's going to be over in the Crimson Dawn region. So you can see there's a fast travel up here. And because we're not friendly with Crimson Dawn, we're going to have to sneak in. And to do so, we're going to make our way over here to the far left side. You do want to be careful as there will be a guard right here patrolling the area. So do be quick about it. But there's going to be a vent over here that you can open up. You'll see the little question mark pop up behind you. So just make sure you go through quickly so that he doesn't spot you. But you're going to climb up on this ledge here. And we're going to sneak our way into Crimson Dawn. Now you're going to want to be a little extra cautious in this area as we're going to have to be really stealthy. So we'll go ahead and climb down the zip and we're going to go down the stairs and we're going to have two guys. The first one's going to be here in front of us. You want to wait until the other guy in front of us is facing the other direction, which he already is. So we can go ahead and silently take this guy out. And then once we do, we're just going to make our way over to this guy and we will take him out as well. Now you can see over here in front of us, there's going to be a guy that's standing up on the ledge. You don't necessarily need to take this guy out, but I always do when I come down here just to be sure that if I screw up later on and I need to fight my way out, that it's just one less guy I have to worry about. So you can climb up here and take him out if you want. Again, he shouldn't be too much of a problem while completing this quest if you don't want to. But once you take him out, we're going to jump all the way back down and we're just going to sneak our way all the way around to the right. So go ahead and crouch. You don't have to be extremely cautious at this point as we've already taken out a lot of the guards behind us here and not many are on this side. But you're going to stay as far right as you can, and we're just going to sneak our way all the way around until we can make our way up on the platform. So if it takes you a while to get over here like it did for me, you'll see the guy's going to be walking way out in front of us. If you're really quick with it, you may have to follow him for a little bit. He's going to patrol this area. But once he walks off, you can sneak around the far right side here and we'll be able to climb up. Now, you do want to be extra careful up here. There are enemies pretty much on every side, but for this quest, all we need to do is go to the middle where you're going to see this guy standing and we need to talk to him. So don't be scared of the guy that's standing right here in the middle. Just crouch walk your way over here so you don't get spotted. And once you speak with him, you will be good. Now, you'll have some lengthy dialogue with this guy, but eventually once you finish the dialogue, it will pop up on your screen, Intel Chain Resolved the Slicer, and we'll give you the Slicer quest. And once that happens, we'll be able to move on to the next step. Now, the next thing we're going to do is make our way over to Imperial Outpost 31, which is going to be found just east of the grazing fields. If you go into your journal and select the quest, you'll be able to see the little yellow marker pop up on your screen showing you exactly where to go. But once you make your way out here, you guys will see it's a small little area with a couple enemies that are hanging out. You could try to be really stealthy about this and take out all these guys slowly without making any noise. However, I always find it's a little bit more fun to just run in here guns a-blazing. But essentially what you're going to do is take out all of these enemies as quickly as you can before they call for backup. And one of them is going to drop a yellow item, which you can see here, which is going to be an Imperial code sequencer. And that is the item that we're going to need for the next step of the quest. And once you have that, you can hop on a speeder and take off. There are two enemies on top. You can wait for them to come down and take them out if you want, but it really doesn't matter. We just need to get that sequencer and we'll be able to move on to step number 4. For step number 4, we need to infiltrate the Imperial forward base. It's going to be just south of Miragana. You can see that location here on our screen. And we're going to start from the northern side of the base where you can see our arrow there. Now on the right side of the path, what we're going to do is on our speeder, make our way right over here. You're going to find a small little pathway that kind of leads up the side of the mountain where eventually you will have to get off your speeder and climb up. This is going to be our little secret entrance into the base that we're going to have to take. So go ahead and climb up the rocks here in front of us. And then we're just going to follow this path around where you're going to see another rock wall. we're going to climb all the way up to the top of this thing. And then once we're up top, we will take a left, climb again. We're then going to take a right, and we're going to end up climbing once more. You can see this wall right here as I almost ran past it. We'll go ahead and climb to the top of this one, and then we're just going to follow this all the way around, and we'll be able to jump into the base. So you can see we can follow that path along the mountainside. We'll be up top where we can grapple, and we'll be able to swing across here. Now you're going to see a couple enemies in front of us. We're going to go take those guys out. Now what we can do is from the top here, if you want, you can just run and jump, or you can go down to the bottom and climb the ladder. But we're just going to run and jump across. And from here, we're going to take out these two guys. So we can send Nyx on one of them. And then we can take out this guy here. You can see Nyx kind of waited a while to attack him. But once he did, we were able to take him out. And then what we're going to do is go inside. We're going to use the data spike, open up this door. You can go ahead and put in the little code. And then after this door opens up, you'll see a ladder on your left side. We're going to climb down that ladder. You really don't need to be too cautious in here. There will be a couple enemies standing outside, but it's really not going to be the biggest deal. So you can just climb down the ladder, and all you need to do is come over here into this room, and you're going to find a lady standing over here, and that's going to cue a cutscene. Now we'll hang out in here until this cutscene finishes playing, and once it's done, it's going to spawn us looking over here at the vent, which we're going to go inside of. So we'll go ahead and open up that vent. That will lead us back outside. And at this point, we need to go up on the roof and make some noise. So we're going to climb to the top of this ladder, and we're going to go all the way over here into the corner. You'll have a little marker on your minimap showing you exactly where to go. But we're going to come right over here, and we're going to attach the device to the antenna. It's going to cue a cutscene while we're putting it on there. And then there's going to be a lot of noise, a lot of guys. So at this point, what we're going to do is get off the roof. Try to make our way out of this area. So you can jump off, you can climb down the ladder either or. Just be cautious jumping off. If you don't have a lot of health, you can take some significant fall damage from the very top. But once we drop down, all we're going to do is run all the way over this direction, and we're going to go inside of a door that's directly in front of us. So we can run all the way across here, and we're going to go inside of this door right here. We'll open that up, go inside, and take a right. You're going to have two enemies at the end of this hallway that you need to try to take out fairly quick, as one of them will immediately start calling for backup. You can see that there. So just make sure you get him quickly so that you don't have a lot of guys end up in this room attacking you. And then you're going to unlock the security door here, which will then allow you to get to the elevator. So we're going to go ahead and ride this elevator up to the top. You'll have a couple more enemies in this room. You don't need to be stealthy if you don't want to, as you can make all the noise you want. No one else will hear. And once you take out those two guys, we're just going to interact with this computer and deactivate the turbo lasers. You can go ahead and put in the code here, deactivate those lasers. And once you do that, it's going to cue another cutscene. Now, after that cutscene, we're going to be facing the computer. We're going to turn around and make our way out of here. So we're going to go back into the lift and make our way downstairs. And then once we go all the way down, we're just going to go straight and go right back out the door that we initially came inside. So right over here, go ahead and open this up and run outside. From here, we're essentially just going to go straight. All we need to do is leave the compound, which you can see in the top right of your screen. Now, when you go out the main door here, you're going to have 3 enemies. I recommend trying to take these guys out so that they don't start calling a bunch of backup. Because once you take out these 3 guys, the last ones you have to worry about. So you can send Nyx on one on the right, take out the guy in the middle. And then while you're taking out the guy on the left, Nyx will be keeping this guy busy so that you can come back and take him out. Once you have all 3 of those guys done, all you need to do is just run as far away as you can until you see leave the compound get checked off. And at that point, we'll be able to move on to the final step. Now, for the final step of this quest, we're going to make our way back over to Miragana City on the northeastern side of the planet. And from here, we're going to go back over to McCall's gambling parlor. You can take the fast travel here. And all we're going to do is make our way back inside of the parlor. There's going to be a door in the back right corner that we're going to sneak our way into, or I should just say be able to walk through. Honestly, it's not hard at all. And you'll have a little yellow mark on your screen showing you where to meet the contact, which will be right behind this door here. So we'll go ahead and open that up, go inside. You'll find the contact standing in the back of the room. Go ahead and speak. And this is going to be it. You're going to have a little bit of dialogue from the contact. And once that's over, it will pop up the slicer quest completed on your screen. and then you will unlock the ability as well, which is what many of you are probably completing this quest for. So you can see new ability unlocked, and we will be rewarded with the slicing kit. But this is going to be how to complete the slicer quest here in Star Wars Outlaws. Hopefully this video helps some of you guys out. I appreciate you watching, and we'll see you in the next one.